Welcome back, everyone. After a day apart from each other here on Facebook, we're back, and I'm glad that you're here today. We're waiting for the Lamb of God, and we're still waiting, although we've moved another day closer to the big celebration of Easter. So we keep moving our marker up this side of our Waiting for the Lamb banner, and soon we'll be there, sooner than we think. Today is a pretty special day, and I'm excited to bring you the story today. Before we get started, we're going to light our Christ candle. That reminds us that God is with us today. So while you're at home for the next few weeks, you're going to be remembering that God is right there in your house with you and with your family, with moms and dads who are still going to work, with grandmas and grandpas who are at home. God is here. He's here with me too, and I'm glad. So I've got lots of things to show you today, and I'm very excited about it. If you remember back to Saturday, we talked a little bit about the great big party that was going to happen. I wonder if you think about great big parties that you have, events like birthdays and weddings and block parties and Christmas. That's another great big party time where we get presents and we celebrate with lots of friends and lots of family. And so today we're going to be talking a little bit about Christmas and that big celebration that happened. I've put out a lot of the nativity sets that I have. I collect them from all different places that I've been or that my family has been. And so I have a lot of them that I would like to show you. And I've got a special challenge at the end for you as well. So if you take a look at some of my nativities, there's one hanging up here. That one, I don't remember where it's from. It's from a special store that carries items from all over the world, and I don't remember which country that one is from, but I've got lots of other countries like Tanzania and Ecuador and Nicaragua and the Philippines, the United States, and Israel. Wow. I've even got one way over there that my son made for me when he was very little, and he's a dad now. So that's kind of a special one too. I'm going to read our very special story about the big celebration that took place when Jesus came into the world, when God's rescue plan really got started. And then I'll give you our challenge. So let's share our story from the Jesus Storybook Bible, and our story is called He's Here. Are you ready? Let's start. Everything was ready. The moment God had been waiting for was here at last. God was coming to help his people, just as he had promised in the beginning. But how would he come? What would it be like? What would he do? Mountains would have bowed down, seas would have roared, trees would have clapped their hands, but the earth held its breath. As silent as snow falling, he came in. And when no one was looking, in the darkness, he came. Who was it? Let's find out. There was a young girl who was engaged to a man named Joseph. Joseph was the great, 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 great grandson of King David. One morning, this girl was minding her own business when suddenly a great warrior of light appeared right there in her bedroom. He was Gabriel, and he was an angel, a special messenger from heaven. When she saw the tall, shining man standing there, Mary was frightened. "You don't need to be scared," Gabriel said. "God is very happy with you." Mary looked around to see if perhaps he was talking to someone else. "Mary," Gabriel said, and he laughed with such gladness that Mary's eyes filled with sudden tears. "Mary, you're going to have a baby, a little boy. You will call him Jesus. He is God's own son. He's the one. He's the rescuer." the God who flung planets into space and kept them whirling around and around, the God who made the universe with just a word, the one who could do anything at all, was making himself small and coming down as a baby. Wait, God was sending a baby to rescue the world? But it's too wonderful, Mary said, and felt her heart beating hard. How can it be true? Is anything too wonderful for God? Gabriel asked. So Mary trusted God more than what her eyes could see, and she believed. I'm God's servant, she said. Whatever God says, I will do. Wow. Now what's going to happen? I wonder. Sure enough, it was just as the angel had said. 9 months later, Mary was almost ready to have her baby. Now, Mary and Joseph had to take a trip to Bethlehem, the town King David was from. But when they reached the little town, they found every room was full, every bed was taken. Go away, the innkeepers told them. There isn't any place for you. Where would they stay? Soon Mary's baby would come. They couldn't find anywhere except an old tumble-down stable. So they stayed where the cows and the donkeys and the horses stayed. Right there, on the edge of town. I wonder, is that baby gonna come? Let's see. And there, in the stable, amongst the chickens and the donkeys and the cows, in the quiet of the night, God gave the world his wonderful gift. The baby that would change the world was born, his baby son. Mary and Joseph wrapped him up to keep him warm. They made a soft bed, straw, and used the animal's feeding trough as his cradle. And they gazed in wonder at God's great gift, wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger. Mary and Joseph named him Jesus, Emmanuel, which means God has come to live with us. Because, of course, he had. I can't wait to share with you the next stories on this great rescue plan, because now we're just getting started. And here's my challenge for you. I've put out a lot of my nativities, a lot of those figures of Mary and Joseph and the baby Jesus. There's the baby Jesus in that tiny Philippines one. And the baby Jesus from Nicaragua. Wow, so cool. Here's my challenge. I want you to see if you can have mom or dad help you find a map and see if you can find all of the countries where all of these different nativity sets are from. In the comments below, you can let me know when you found all of those. You might even want to take a picture and show yourself with the map. I will put in the comments the names of all the countries just in case you forget, so that helps you to remember what you're looking for. I can't wait to see what you share with me, and I can't wait to see you again tomorrow.